Hi, baddies. Welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Are you feeling like you're about to go feral? Well, that is what this reading is all about. So grab your comfies and your snacks and join your auntie on the other side for this very enlightening and fun reading. Hey, group one, all of you that selected the Antler and or you were drawn to the Scarab Beetle, this is going to be your reading all about are you ready to go feral? So this should be an interesting reading, and I get a lot of intense energy. You may be an earth sign here, or you may have some very aspected earth in your chart. Okay, magic works through you. And the scarab beetle was extremely sacred to the Egyptians. You may feel a pull to Egypt. You may have a particular Egyptian god that you're drawn to, you work with, etc. Okay, so the first card we have here is the shadow. I am not surprised. You guys are up really high, and I'm short, so you're actually above my head. All right, we have the shadow here with the beetle. Magic works through you. We have concealment, hell. All right. We have the traveler. This is a very interesting energy. Restless, independence, appraisal, keeper of the crossroads, Hecate. We have martyr, matron of the blind, honesty, shame, restitution. There's that shadow work coming in very strongly. I'm about to go feral. Of course you are. Loneliness, loneliness, loneliness. Oh my, that's deep in the shadow, isn't it? Rise up. There you are. There you go. There's that vitality. There's that spirit. And we have Lady Justice here. Alright, so she's pretty intense, this card. This Lady Justice. Yeah, I feel like you are in your shadow. And this feral energy that you have is because you have concealed so much pain throughout your life. Okay, this has been going on for a long time. The color purple may have some deep meaning for you. Violet, the movie, the clothing, the energy. And you've been really alone in this battle. It's not something you've shared. Your shadow is ripe with, and I'm feeling it here. It feels very isolating. It feels like people won't understand this. People won't get it unless you've gone through this pain. You just won't understand. This kind of justice is so intimate. It's something that other people may not comprehend or see. I feel like your throat chakra is ready to explode, like your feralness feels like it's bound up in your throat. And I see someone screaming, like you just want to scream. You just want to let it out. There's pressure here throughout your life to be silent, to be quiet, to be small. And so you wrapped it up and, and tucked it away. And in that, no matter how many people are in your life, I don't care if you have a ton of friends, that rolled up mass of pain is where your loneliness is born. And you stay there. That's where the loneliness is. The isolation is there. Because they don't know. They don't know. And they never can. This is heavy. And, we have the energy of shame here. And it's heavy. It feels like you feel shame for multiple things. And there is this energy that I feel under this see, I feel your feralness bubbling to the surface. It's almost like you're so tired of feeling ashamed. You're so tired of concealing and holding it within your throat, your chest, your third eye. You're so sick of being a keeper of secrets, of knowledge, of things, and it isolating you because it's almost like you can't have deep conversations. Are you a Scorpio? Without people being able to talk to you and engage with you on these deep things in your shadow. But the things in your shadow are so intense that the people who are like you most often won't come and have small talk about them, right? Make sure that you're all plugged up. Sorry if I shook you a little bit, darling. Let's get a couple cards here. Tell me more. Tell me more, not these. We're going to go to Oracle of Lilith. Lilith Oracle. Tell me more, Dark Mother. This feral energy has to be released, okay? And the thing is that there's definitely an energy moving through you. And it's pushing this primal energy through you. You are not meant to be bound up to this energy. You're meant to push through this and free yourself to be you. Pluto, endings and regeneration. Well, there you go. My love, there you go. Rise up. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Speak your truth. Your voice is your sovereignty. And if people think you're off your wagon, oh well. If people think you're a bit crazy, oh well. Oh well. In this world, crazy may be sane. Let's get this card too. Sublimation, spiritual magic. See, here we go. Your journey is spiritual. Okay? Your energy is moving through your body. Okay? And the energy that's been moving through your body, however you got this going, honey, because either you did some working to get this energy, okay, clear your blocks. You wanted your blocks cleared, my darling? Well, clearing these blocks is going to bring in this feral energy. And it is the truth of you. Okay? It's part of your authentic energy, your authentic nature. And the energy is coming through and finding some bound up blocks. And the energy isn't just going to say, oh, well, you asked for all blocks, but not these because these are hard. No. No, my darling. That's what the energy was for, right? Clear all blocks. We always say that, clear all blocks. Well, here you are. The feral energy that you're feeling rising is the energy to break the block. You got to do the thing. You got to be brave. You got to be bold. Are you guided to change something up? Are you guided to do something different? Are you guided to speak? That's the magic. Let it work. Let it bring out yourself, your true self. Let it elevate you in a different way. Let it help you find different understandings. Rise up. Allow the energy to rise up within you and clear the blocks. Let the truth of you through. You deserve this justice. You deserve this. And this isn't a regular justice card. This is from my Cthulhu Tarot. Okay, and this justice card, it is one for one. Okay? It is not just any justice card. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. Okay? And the justice here is not you lingering in the block. The spiral energy is going to bust through and you're going to get some justice. This is how you get your justice. This is how you transform your shadow into your greatest light. This is how. And yeah, there may be some endings. We're going to get some tarot. We're going to see. But you want to end to your loneliness? Yeah, I can't tell you that you'll never feel lonely. Because once some of this stuff happens to you, you kind of always have that kind of lingering. But you will feel more connected. And we have strength here. Looky there. Looky there, got a little dude right there. This is a zombie tarot. It's one of my favorites. The Emperor. Very protective. Yeah. You're going to be way more protective of yourself. Protective of your inner child. See, that's what you need to understand. Is really, that is what rising up, that is what speaking your truth, even when it's hard. That is what all these little nudges here and there, that's what it really is about. It's about protecting your inner child. Protecting that small part of yourself that needed that back in the day. Or your teenage self. Or your married self. Or whichever self is hurting. You come in and kind of parent them. That's part of the speaking. That's part of the action. That's part of the feralness. No longer saying, okay, whatever, whatever. No. It's saying, stop. Stop taking advantage of me. Stop. Stop talking about me. Stop. Wow. Okay, the cards went crazy. We have the Hierophant. You got things to do, baby doll. We got the Ace of Hazards. We got the Page of Wands. Well, it seems to me very clear in the cards. We've got more cards there. We have the Moon and the Seven of Wands. Okay. So there was a lot of betrayal here with the Moon. A lot of lying to you. A lot of, we have a lot of Wands here. Do we have the King of Wands? The Seven of Wands. I feel manipulation with all these Wands here. Probably by a masculine energy in a position of leadership and trust. And I feel like this person probably ran a game of like, I'm sorry, let's try again, I'm sorry. And I feel like you may have been in a position of vulnerability. This person was emotionally immature and just not ready. And you becoming more vocal. And your vocalization, I think it will have repercussions. And I think it will put people on defense. Okay. I think it will make some people angry, and I think people will say that you are immature. Okay. So I don't think it will be like, oh yeah, it never is. Okay. When we are called to do actions and speak and at times release anger in a righteous anger, when we're called to, speak our truth and it gets heated, many times they'll say, oh, well, you're being immature, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is that how can we not get emotional about emotional things that happen to us? We're not all, you know, distant from the feelings, especially when we're healing. Okay. Here's the thing. Just because people are going to react a certain way doesn't mean that you shouldn't do the thing that allows you to be in your most beautiful wild heart state. Because when we're in a state of our wildness, we are creative. We are more authentic. We are more able to protect ourselves and others. We are more vocal. We are more free. We are more brave. And that really is what this reading is about. Now, there are blocks here because of lies and betrayal. It makes it very hard for you to trust people. That's why there's loneliness here. Because there's been such a deep betrayal with this moon and this emperor and all the wands here. But the truth is that I will tell you, you can trust yourself. And if you can build a relationship with yourself based on trust, based on nurturing, then you can begin to build relationships that are like that too. But you got to start with yourself. And part of nurturing yourself is allowing these pressure points energetically to open up. Speak. And I say this all the time, but it does work. Speak into your phone and delete it. Write a letter and don't send it. Get it out of your system. Journal it. Put it down on paper. Get it out. Go into the shower and talk about it. Talk about it to yourself when you're at home. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. It helps you process. It helps you think. Go to a counselor. Go see a professional. I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you. Okay? They have coping mechanisms for some stuff. Because the truth is that there is magic working through you right now. Right now. And it's there to help free you from these blockages that are keeping you from being your most wild self. And with that, your most creative self, your most authentic self, and the self that can best protect you and others. It is a self that will help you get where you want to go. All right? Okay, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this was an interesting and enlightening reading. I really enjoyed reading for you. If you enjoyed this too, leave me, what could you leave me? What could you leave me? A ghost. Leave me a ghosty down below if you made it this far. And if you like this reading, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And I will see. Thank you for watching, of course. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, well, thank you so much. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected the butterfly transformation is beautiful, or you selected the moonstone. This is going to be your reading all about, are you ready to go feral? This should be an interesting reading of this beautiful butterfly spirit here. Transformation is beautiful. So you're definitely going through some kind of intense transformation. We have a pre-shuffle here. We have the self. We have the judge. Oh my, yeah. You've been really hard on yourself. I think it's driving you crazy how hard you are on yourself. And I feel like you have tried and tried and tried to get a handle on it. And it's almost like you can't stop being difficult with yourself. We have Pythia, knowledge. Can you see that? Okay. We have manifestation. You guys are much higher than me, so I have to, you're above my head. I'm short, so we have gratification. I think you have denied yourself so much. We have a Knight of Pentacles. These are from my Cthulhu Tarot, and it represents kind of your feral energy with the butterfly here. And I really think you're trying to get out of this cycle of this really intense self. You really don't like who you are. And, I don't think this is true. I don't think you know who you are. I think you're trying to figure it out. And honey, it can take a lifetime. Okay? It can take a lifetime to figure out who you are, especially if you've been mistreated, which most of us have been mistreated in one way or another. We've been neglected or abandoned or abused in some way. And I think it's been slow going for you. I think you've been like a slug in mud with this. And I think for you, your world, your reality has mirrored back to you these horrible ideas that you have about yourself. And I feel like there wasn't a good investment in you. Okay. From really anyone. No one has really invested in you like maybe they have in others, which has brought in some anger, honey, brought in some rage. I mean, he's not riding like a luxury car here. He's riding a monster. It's not like a good situation. Sorry. It's not like a good situation. Yeah, I feel this heaviness. I feel like for you, you may have slipped into kind of like daydreaming or wishing and hoping that things would get better. I think you have like a special gift, a special ability. I feel like you're probably creative in some way, but nobody's ever really invested in that. I feel like your heart chakra is very it's not that it's small. I just feel like it hasn't been nurtured. It hasn't been cared for. And I feel like it needs more care. Your feralness is coming from the energy of, I can't take this anymore. I literally cannot take how, and this may be you saying, I can't take how the world is or how it treats me. I can't take the neglect. I can't take the fact I can't pay the bills. I can't take the stress. I can't take how ugly people are to me or how they call me names or how they whatever. And understand that the world right now is being a mirror to you. It's mirroring back, honey, your internal dialogue. This intense self-criticism that you have going on. This internal judgment that you have. And it's coming to the surface because you cannot manifest transformation until you get a hold of this monster. And this feral energy of anger that you have rising, of this need to break out of the cage, that is your energy to tap into. It may scare you. Sorry, my chair is making noise. It may scare you. Okay, it's meant to draw you out. This feral energy is coming from, look, that looks like a pearl to me in the heart. It's meant to draw you out. Your anger, it's okay for you to be angry. Okay. I know that people have told you not to be angry. They told you it's not okay to be angry. It's okay. What happens when you're told not to be angry? A lot of times you turn the anger on yourself. And you end up having a whole conversations with yourself that they turn into very ugly scenarios, and they happen almost at the subconscious level. You've been doing it so long, and it is such a block, and it's where the rage is coming from. I'm feeling rage now. Some of y'all, like, y'all about to pop off. Here's the thing. You don't want to pop off about something, that just irritates you to the point where you just rage. This anger is sacred. It really is rooted in some deep levels of your experience. And instead of allowing the rage to rule you, you must allow the rage to teach you. Okay? This is teaching. This is learning. This is opening you up. Feral energy can be very powerful. Feral energy says, you're not going to keep me in the cage. You're not going to trap me. My wildness is part of my nature. My wildness is part of what sets me free. And you, my friend, have been caged by your internal self-critic that is judging you constantly. I want to tell you something, okay? The perfection you seek in how you look, perfection doesn't naturally exist in nature. And all of the people, I'm going to talk to you about this, okay? All the people you see, the celebrities, whatever, rich people, whatever, who seem to be perfect, understand a lot of that is fake. It's surgery. Surgeries like that, we don't talk about this. They are extremely dangerous. And people get sick. I will tell you a little story here. I was going to physical therapy for a long time. I went multiple times a week for months. Okay. And my physical therapist told me, as we were doing a session, she was like, you would not believe the people I see to rehab from bad plastic surgery. She was like, you would not believe, I see so many people who come in who have been injured from bad plastic surgery. So it happens more often than what people think. Sorry, my medicine, y'all. I'm trying, but it's a serious thing. And the world, and I don't judge people who do it, but I think people need to understand that there can be repercussions from it. It's not a perfect thing, and it can be very dangerous. But if you feel called to do that, alter your body, then you should. But don't mistake surgical perfection for what you should naturally be. Listen, we really need to start honoring what people look like naturally. If we don't, in the future, everyone's going to look like the same, and we don't want that. Differences are beautiful, and your differences, your uniqueness, what you feel is unacceptable is probably what makes you absolutely beautiful. Being different is lovely. And the people you see posting pictures on Instagram, they're still doing it. It is photoshopped. It is plastic surgery. It is not real. Not real. So you're spending a large amount of your life, and I know you are, okay, because in the 80s, this was my generation, and it was intense, and the 80s were, it was tough. Do not spend your life focusing on trying to fit in to a puzzle, being a puzzle piece that will never fit into the picture. Because that's not your picture. You see what I'm saying? That's not your puzzle. Learn to love who you are and honor that. Honor your vessel. Be good to yourself. Eat good food. Go for a walk. Get some hobbies. Become a well-rounded human being instead of focusing on this need to be perfect. Because I tell you what, people don't love you more. They don't. And the truth is that people will use you and throw you away just the same. So you might as well learn to be happy and accept who you are. There is power in a self-acceptance. And self-acceptance is a journey. It really is. You have to unfold it like an onion. Okay? And it will make you cry. It will as you unfold the layers. But you're worth it. But the pursuit of perfection will absolutely eat your life away. And you got to stop. Instead, you need to use that energy and set yourself free. It's okay to be who you are in the skin you're in, right where you are. You don't need to do anything else but be who you are. Be in the state of being you. Let's say your name is Nancy. Just be Nancy. A tiger only knows how to be a tiger. They don't know how to be a lamb. So Nancy only knows how to be Nancy. And if Nancy doesn't know who Nancy is because of whatever, then Nancy's journey is to find out who Nancy is. And you need to break out of the cage. You need to go feral. Okay. Werewolf. I pulled that right out of the deck. You need to go feral, my love. Feral. You need to let him know. You can't mess with me. I'm a baddie. I'm a baddie. And I don't need to go on a diet. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. I don't need to blah, blah, blah. I don't need surgery or Botox, although you could do those things. I just need to be me in this moment, in this hotness of who I am. That's enough to shift it. Just be. Your just being will change things for you. But first, you gotta break out of that cage. You guys, listen, some of you are stuck in something and you're gonna have to break out of it. And I know you've been thinking about it. I feel the feral energy here. It's a cage. And it's like a werewolf in a cage. That's exactly what it's like. You feel like a werewolf in a cage? You can do it. You're smart. You want to howl at the moon? Next full moon, go howl at the moon or the new moon. Whisper to the moon what you want. Whisper. Okay, tell us about this. Some kind of situation here. Some kind of something. We have the Ace of Hazards, okay? We got to get out. This is the Self card. I keep getting pulled to it because although the heart is radiating, it also feels like a cage, like your heart is in a cage. Your heart is a cage. It's in jail. The Queen of Swords. Oh. Ooh, that's harsh. That is harsh. Are you being held by the Queen of Swords in the jail? She's pointing her lollipop. See? She's pointing the lollipop. She's saying, don't move. Or I'm going to give you a big old lollipop. And you're saying, help me. Help me. I can't get out. Yes, you can. Tell me more. We have the Nine of Cups. Wow. Listen. If you can break out of this cage, good things are going to happen for you. Tell us more. You got to rage a little. Four of Cups. The Magician. You listen. You're manifesting this change, okay? But give me the card. Ten of Swords. Listen, you and this Queen of Swords here, you got to be done with this. Okay? You got to free yourself. You got to tell her, and it's energy. Okay, tell her, be done with it. And if you've already had this conversation, then you need to release your anger. Okay? Because behind this anger is some really good stuff. Okay? But here's the deal. You can't, I know this is the Four Cups, but I'm feeling this energy here. You cannot make it okay. All right? You cannot make this okay. Sorry, I'm out of focus there. You cannot make this okay. Once it's done, it's done. Do not go back. Do not, no. And the thing is, once you really get into your feral energy, you're going to feel very empowered. Okay? I feel like you are afraid almost of tapping it because it's so intense. This person has made you feel so bad about yourself. Okay? This person may be the person who got you to think all those horrible things about yourself. And you're just like, because here's the thing. When you mix what this person said, the thunder, I don't know if you heard the thunder, what this person said with all the stuff going on in the world, there is this feral energy of just like wanting to break free, wanting to say what needs to be said. And I feel like this person has done some real, like, there's injury here. And you have to let it go. And I don't mean like the emotions. I mean like you can't keep making it okay anymore. Okay? You and your emotions and how you feel and what you've been through is important. It matters. And people like this, how I'm feeling this person, they don't care. They don't take you into consideration. They leave you by the curbside when they're done. Okay, that's how I feel about this person. And you are a good person. And you're holding back. And I need you to go howl at the moon. Okay, I need you to get into your power. I need you to know that you're a baddie with a body yaddy yaddy. Okay, and this person has spent, for some of you, a lifetime. For some of you, 2 weeks. For some of you, 3 years. It's different for each person. But they have spent time and energy trying to make you feel a certain way. A certain way. It could be but you've done this to yourself, because the inner critic with you is strong, honey. You wouldn't treat a stranger on the street the way you treat yourself. And I tell you what, if you will allow this very feral energy to come forward and help free you, get into your wildness, get into your untameness, get into your primal energy, and know that you were born to be a baddie with a body yaddy yaddy. Okay? And no one has the ability to make you small. No one has the ability to make you feel bad about who you are. You came into the world in the vessel you're in the situation you were born into, and you're doing the best you can, just like everybody else. A lot of people were born into privilege. Some of that they do not deserve. But that is another discussion. You have got to be true and honor this strength within you that is raging. That is your power. That is the power to transform. What do you like? What do you like to do? If you had a whole afternoon to do whatever you wanted to do, what would you do? Besides sleeping? Sleeping and watching movies. That kind of thing. Remove that. Say you had like 25 extra dollars, which, I mean, a lot of people don't, but let's pretend. What would you do with it for that afternoon? Start thinking like that. And maybe you'll end up with 25 extra dollars. Maybe that'll come along. Maybe you'll go buy a book, or you'll go buy some art supplies, or you'll buy yourself a new shirt. Allow yourself to care about you enough to allow the feral energy to rise and answer the call of the wildness within you, the primal, the nature. Feral energy is nature. It's the spirit of the wild within you. And yours is asking for freedom. Freedom from illusions that people cast with their words, with their cruelty, with their jealousy. And for some of you, it's taken years away from you. And I tell you, now is the time. Wear the clothes. Wear the makeup. Do your hair that way. Write the book. Go into the business. Design the clothes. Take the trip. Go to college. Start the business. Study that thing you always wanted to do. Take the trip. Buy the car. Sell the house. Find a new partner. Look for a best friend. Love yourself. Loving yourself wildly is one of the most feral things you can do. Because when you love yourself in a wild way, no one can really touch you. They can't get to you. Because you trust and love yourself. And you know who you are. Without a shadow of a doubt, you know who you are. These other cards want to come out. Okay, tell me more. Tell me about this transformation. Being a little wild is not a bad thing. Go look at the sky at night. Do you remember what it looks like? Sitting under the stars and looking up. Meditating on the moon. Go listen to the ocean. It's still there. Tell me about this transformation. Getting into your wildness. Go out in the forest. Don't get lost. I remember the moss on the floor of the forest in Washington State. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. It's a magical place. Magical forests up there for sure. Dark night of the soul. Transforming, awakening tower. And look, she has a little heart chakra thing going on here, just like we have here. Dark night of the soul. Ooh, take a deep breath. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake out that dark night of the soul. A lot of times when we ask for blockages to be cleared, for transformation in our lives, we ask for more money, more this, more that. We don't realize that in order for us to get those things, we have to heal something. We have to change something. And a lot of times it's something big. We can't remain small We can't remain silent, and we certainly can't remain docile. And so becoming feral really is about going from the docile state, the calm state, the non-active state, to moving into action, moving into knowing, moving with trust. And that's what I feel here. The heart chakra being activated with self-knowledge and self-love. That's transformation. That's healing. That's self-validation. People can't injure you. It's a little bit harder for people to injure you with words when you're self-validating. The words kind of bounce off of you. And you're also the magician. You're trying to manifest some things. And those words, those arguments, those things, they're very cutting. We have, I wasn't always like this, you know. I had to create who I am. Listen to me, I'm going to say it again. I wasn't always like this, you know. I had to create who I am. You are creating who you are. The journey to knowing self is not finding out who you are. It is creating who you are. It's deciding, who am I going to be? What do I like? Where do I want to go? What colors do I like? And understanding that those things you find out will change, because humans change. Very few people stay the same, although some people like the same shoes throughout their life. They buy them over and over. But some people change the shoes they like every day. We're all different. The witch. Creatrix, lotus flower, free will. You becoming feral, you becoming more wild, you becoming connected to nature and the flow. Because when you become feral, when you get out of the cage, when you do the thing, you're connecting to something old and primal. The thing that brings out our wildness. And it does transform. And it is in direct connection with your will. Your primalness is in direct connection with your will. And you will find that the things you want to manifest will change. You will change. The way you manifest will change as well. It's powerful. You will be able to manifest much quicker. And so some of the things you manifest you may not like. Let's get one more card here. Tell me more about my group 2. Tell me more about my group 2. Oh, we're going to do 2 more. Okay. Okay. We have, that is called, okay, sorry. Reach out to the potential that is calling for you. Okay, reach out to the potential that is calling to you. Okay, potential and possibility. Future, highest self, quantum. Okay, feels like timeline jumping, quantum jumping, that kind of thing. Manifesting. It's okay to forget and then remember all over again. The Voyager. Return home, lessons, realizations. I feel like with this, you know, I'm feeling more like there's a lot of tired energy here. There's a lot of energy being recycled. And that's part of like this energy I feel coming forward with this need to kind of like break free. Some of you guys need to get out and go run. You're runners, or you're some kind of athlete, or you need to go work out. You need to engage your body. Okay, it'll help with the primal energy, the feral energy. Okay, some of you need to like go touch your plants. Okay, you need to get into your feral energy. Okay, it's going to give you some vitality. It's going to give you a force to help you get over this sense of tiredness. I think you're tired with life, the stress. And living things can give you a boost. You give them a boost, they give you a boost, okay? The thing is that we go feral when we feel caged or backed into a corner. Life does that a lot of times because there are things we refuse to see. And I think for you, there's some energy of you being very judgmental of yourself, intense self-critic, and you have to be the one that stops that. You have to be the one that works with your mental space and wants to become aware of how that's interacting. You have to ask for awareness. In other words, you have to practice being awake, aware, being in flow, being present. Like when I'm doing this reading right here, my mind is not anywhere else but this reading. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm not doing anything else. I'm here with this energy. So you need to practice that. Find whatever it is you do where you're in flow, where you're present, be it reading a book, be it playing with your dog. Wherever you are connecting, be there. Be in that energy. Feel what it's like to be present. During that time of being present, ask to become aware of when the negative programs come up. And you will be really surprised how aware you become. Once you become aware of how they're playing, then you can begin to get rid of them. Okay? And it is a constant work. There's a simple way to do it that is, a lot of people have heard about it. It's not, you can picture the thoughts being encased in a cloud and floating away. And you do it over and over and over again every time until eventually they're gone. And you do it one thought at a time. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of work. Okay? You're overcoming deeply ingrained stuff. Also, therapy can really help. So if you need help, please go seek a therapist, That's what they're there for. I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you. That's all. But we have to take responsibility for our mental, spiritual, psychic, physical, every way hygiene. And part of that is getting control of thoughts that do not serve us, thoughts of imperfection, thoughts of failure, jealousy, greed, destructive anger, hatred, things that are, there are some, that's another video, things that are destructive to us, things that do not serve us. Those thoughts, we always say, we want to get rid of things that no longer serve us. Well, that's many times that's said on a surface level. The things that really don't serve us are very subconscious, and that requires work. Getting into your feral energy and becoming more free. And I literally see somebody right now, like running through a field of wheat or dried, like this is in fall, like dried foliage, and, being free, feeling the freedom of connecting with that energy. I gotta tell you, no one's gonna mess with this werewolf, okay? No one's gonna mess with you, all right? Because you're a baddie. And the thing is that the truth is that you're beautiful. You're handsome. You're attractive. You're all those things that the programming tells you you're not. You're already those things. And so you're lying to yourself. And you got to stop doing that. Why do you think they work so hard to keep you down? And your higher self knows this. Don't allow them to keep you in a cage. Bust out. Go feral. Say no more. Bust that cage right open. And you have the ability to do it because you're the magician. You can manifest yourself right out of there. So there's an action you have to do. And you know what the action is. Let's look. Okay, let's ask Lilith. What is the action here required? Tell me about this action from my group 2. What is the action? What is the action? To manifest this, what do they have to do? You have to find out who you really are. And not who they want you to be. The Emperor. The 7 of Wands. Did I get that in the last reading? Oh my gosh. We have no reversals, by the way. We have the 6 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. You have to figure out who you are, okay? And here's the thing. I think you have to settle into the truth of who you are. And I think it's been really repressed. The Queen of Wands is wild. She is wild. She's got Leo energy here and the sun. She is kind of the life of the party. Her and the King of Wands. You have to move forward. You have to be willing to look at yourself in truth, not through the eyes of words that have been said, not through the eyes of judgment, okay? Through the eyes of truth. You can't keep judging yourself and defending yourself against yourself, okay? You got to move away from that behavior. And you have to be willing to see yourself with the truth of who you are so that you can take control of your life, so that you can emerge as this butterfly, transformed. The feral butterfly, the wild butterfly, the wildest you'll ever see. And I see a butterfly, and it's not just any butterfly. This butterfly, the wings are very, like there's tendrils coming off this butterfly. I don't know if I've ever seen a butterfly like this. It's almost like a dragon butterfly. Maybe you're a phoenix. Getting free of this kind of stuff is very difficult. You have to be really good to yourself. And I know you can do it. Okay. Tap into the feral energy. Get into some nature. And stop apologizing for who you are. Because you're amazing. Alright? And I love you guys. I really do. I feel really awful for you. I really do, because I feel this. I feel how wonderful you are and how hard you are on yourself. And you got to stop. You got to stop this for your auntie. You got to stop, okay? You are loved, man. All right? Okay, group 2. That's what I received for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed doing this reading for you. If you made it this far, leave me a cat. A cat, a lion, or a butterfly. Whichever one you would like, you pick out for me, okay? And if you enjoyed this reading, give me a thumbs up if you want to see more. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side.
Bye, guys.
Hey, group 3, all of you that selected the spider spirit and or you were drawn to this feather, this is going to be your reading all about are you ready to go feral? So keep in mind it's a general reading, so just use your own discernment here. Okay, spider spirit, make your dreams real. And we have a feather. Very interesting energy up the feather right here. Get your card right there. We have pre-shuffle here, so let's go through it. We have the vow, bird right here. The vow. This is a very strong card. Okay, we have empowerment. Woo! We have the sun. This is from the Cthulhu Tarot. And it's a wolf after a guy. So it's pretty intense. We have a werewolf. Okay, that's feral. You may be attracted to group 2. With my readings, you could be drawn to all 3 groups. Sometimes they bleed into one another. The energy kind of seeps into one another. We're going to put that one right there. We have harpy, chaos. Woo! Yeah, that's feral. And we have Arthur, the champion of Avalon. Championship, nobility, self-realization. Okay, well, you have a very wild spirit. Okay. And it's as if you going feral is really about you have made a vow to yourself. Perhaps before you were born. Perhaps this vow is coming. But you definitely made a vow to yourself to honor who you are. And it's almost like you're getting constricted by the skin you're in. The limitations you're under right now are becoming so oppressive that you're going to have to shapeshift in order to deal with it, in order to overcome it. You're going to have to become something else. It's almost like you know how to use the element of chaos to help you change. Sorry if my mic was in my face and I was too loud. Sorry. You have the sun energy here, but you also have chaos. So you could have some powerful 12th house energy. You could have a very powerful Pluto and Sun aspect in your chart. But it feels like you know how to create out of darkness, out of shadow, light. You know how to transform this. I also feel like you have a higher calling here. And the shape shifting is required for you to do the higher calling. It's part of the gig. It's part of the thing. It's part of what you're here to do. Tell us more about this. Your feralness, your wildness is part of your power. You understand the flow of chaos on a different level. You understand its creation. Tell me about the vow. I feel like you're here for something different from other people. Bambrick. Sweetness and synergy. I gotta tell you, in the Halloween Oracle, when I get this card, I always want to pull another one. It's just one of those cards that I feel like needs further explanation. And there are cards like that in different decks, and this is just one of them. So I'm going to pull 2 more. We have forgiveness, reducing burden, and graveyard, unnecessary fear. Okay, so this vow here, it really is about releasing. For some of you, there is something you need to forgive. It could be yourself. This is hard because for some of you, the feralness has to do with the fact that you haven't been there for yourself. You haven't had your own back. You've allowed people, places, circumstances, whatever, to kind of walk on you, take you for granted. Perhaps you've done this for love. Perhaps you've allowed yourself to take a back seat. Perhaps you haven't spoken your needs. Perhaps you've changed yourself. You've changed who you are to meet other people's needs. And in doing so, you don't even recognize who you are. And your energy inside is about to go feral. Because part of you can't stand doing this anymore. And I feel like you're sorry. It's like, I'm sorry I can't be what you want me to be. I'm sorry, but I can't take it anymore. And if I don't get off this leash of your expectations, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might bite your hand. So I can't do this anymore. It's the energy of I can't fit into that. I can't fit into that shape. I can't be that thing that you want me to be. I'm sorry. And it's making like a promise or a vow to yourself that you will never, ever let yourself down again. You will never, ever allow anyone to tell you who you are. It's a big vow. It's something that we should really do before we ever enter any relationships. We should make a vow that we'll always have our back, our own back. That we will learn about who we are. That we will be willing to work through our stuff. So that when we get into relationships, we are able to be more clear about what we need and we're able to communicate that. Your feralness is a tad scary. We have the harpy here, and I feel like there is words that come out of your mouth at times that are with this feral energy that are intense because you can't be what they want you to be. Sometimes you slip up and say things or you do things. You can't help it. It's your nature. And I got to tell you, as someone who was a square peg trying to fit into a round hole, it doesn't work and your true self will slip through. The mask, you got to rip it off. It doesn't fit your face anymore. Your face has changed. They see you. Okay, we have the Two of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Hazards. We have the Star. That's you, baby. That's you, babe. Gonna have one more. We have the Feather here. I haven't forgot about the birds. This one wants to come out. The Emperor. The Emperor has come out in all three groups here. Sorry, my stomach's growling. First of all, this energy here. Make your dreams real. The reason why the feral energy is coming up is because you cannot live your dreams until you work through this. It's a block. It's a block to your flight. It's a block to your rising, okay? And you have to be authentically yourself in this next stage of your life. You have to speak your truth. Now, I'm picking up on something about someone getting a message here. Okay, they're watching you. All right. Someone's watching my group 3. They want to send a message to you. Tell me about this. All these cards wanting to spill out. I'm going to take these. We have the Knight of Wands. Oh no. Oh no. You going feral has some speaking your truth, getting into your wild energy, howling at the moon. I think everyone's a werewolf today. I've gotten werewolf cards. All it seems like the group 2, group 3. I can't remember group 1. But what else we got here? We got the Queen of Cups. We got the Queen of Hazards. We got the Five of Wands. Ooh, they're fighting. Ooh, competition. They're watching. I feel like this is about some kind of competing. This is around work or around business, around a dream, around something that you're wanting, okay? So I feel like this is representing your competition. This could be you. You're your own competition. It could be literally somebody competing against you. You could be on social media, and this is the internet. Okay. It could be a lot of different things. Okay. But it feels like there's somebody watching you work or sees your work, and they want to come in and make an offer. Possibly. Feels like this Emperor over here. The Four of Cups. You won't see this coming. Okay. This will be the outcome of you getting into your feral energy, releasing some of this anger and hostility, and getting more authentic about who you are. Feralness, getting into your wild spirit, helps you ground. It will help you manifest. You will be more real. The more you get into your vessel and you get real with your anger, the more you're going to be able to ground manifestations. We're human beings. When we're doing spiritual things and manifestations and things, yeah, that's great. But you got to ground it, meaning you got to get into your vessel. You got to get into connections with the world. Getting into your feral energy. Why are you angry? Aren't you angry? Aren't you upset? People trying to keep you down. People trying to cage you. You're the star. People trying to compete against you. There's no competition. You're the star. You're meant to fly. You're meant to take off. Someone's going to see you. Okay? Someone's going to see you. They're the Ten of Swords, the Two of Hazards, and the Queen of Swords. You getting away from this toxic energy over here, this toxic situation, this is going to free you. Your feral energy. You have some kind of, for some of you, there's some words said here that will completely put you on track. Okay? You got to realize that you're the main character. The story is about you. Okay? Act like it. It's your story. It's your life. You are the main character. Period. It's time for you to understand that you have a right to your anger. You have a right to feel free. You have a right to play. You have under the sun, as they say, to run free in the fields, to feel your freedom, to feel liberated. Because you're the star of the show. I don't know who these other people think they are. But there is somebody that is going to come in and offer you something, and you're not going to see it coming. Even though I'm telling you this, you still won't see it coming. Okay? You still will not see it coming. But you got to put an end to this toxic feminine energy. Now, also, this may be you having words with somebody and ending it. Okay? And ending the toxic relationship. Okay? So take that as you will with this right here. It's going to fly away. We're going to end that. This one wanted to come out. We have the fairy. Darling, don't you remember you're a baddie? Keep winging it. The fairy. And it says blessings, flow, magical energy. I'm going to put that right there because, you know, the tubes. Okay, give me another one. Rebirth. It's time to leave the old behind. Rebirth. Shedding the chrysalis, taking risks. Yep, I'm going to put it right here because the tubes, that one too is a little... So you are having a rebirth. You're a baddie. And the universe is saying, just wing it. Just wing it. Wing it, baby. You know the way more than you think. Just wing it, do your thing, and wing it, okay? You're born to shine. You're the sun and the star here. One more, please. And we have space, time, and self. Trust in the places you feel guided to go. We have infinity, reincarnation, 5D. Trust in the places you feel guided to go. This right here is magic. When I used to resist all the time when I was guided to do something, I would do the opposite. And my life was a trash can. And I would continue to do this for years. I would ignore my psychic ability and just, it was terrible. Okay, so now I listen to my gut. I listen to my intuition. And I'm telling you, if you do this, magical things will happen in your life. Listen to where you're guided to go. Even if it doesn't make sense, it will eventually make sense to you. Okay? Well, all right, Group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this was an interesting and fun reading. I really enjoyed reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you did, leave me a star down below to let me know that you made it this far. I really appreciate you guys for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.